Well, hello everybody. Sorry it's been so long since I put anything up. Just been sorry, it's the only excuse. But let me get right into telling you about my new acquisition. I had a little airplane called an Avid Heavy Hauler that found me, as with most of my airplanes in my past have done. And this little airplane is a lot of fun. It's got a Subaru engine on it, the 118 horse. Had a little damage that I had to fix, but I'll show you a little more about that. The little airplane had a really hard landing by a new pilot that had not gotten his tailwheel training, and as you can see, bent the gear on the left side pretty hard right there in the picture. Also, it bent the rudder up as it come down and got the tailwheel, bent the tailwheel spring as well, and in addition to that, also broke both longerons right as they go into the heel plate at the tailwheel, just at the bottom of the rudder. But anyhow, wasn't a problem to get it done, get a little fabric work done, and get it back into the air, and then let the fun begin. This was my first experience with an airplane with flapper-ons. I've seen a lot of them fly, and I always kind of wondered how they work, and as far as actually in performance, I know how it works, but just wondering how it performed. And turns out I like it. It's not as efficient as a set of flaps on a wing, but I like the way this one flies. I'm amazed at just how slow I can fly it, how much control the little wings got. I can make very controlled approaches at 40 to 45 miles an hour, which is really what you want and what you need whenever you're going to try and get on something short. Now, this little airplane, the way it's sitting right now, has terrible brakes. The little brake system that's set up on it, the Matco brake system, was not nearly enough to be able to provide good stopping power once the weight got up over about, 550, 600 pounds. The empty weight on this little airplane now is just over 700. But I'll be addressing that as well. I'll be getting some additional brakes. I've got a set of Clevelands I'm going to put on it, and that should solve that problem. But it flies really well. It's very docile. It's amazing how acclimated I got to it right off. As I say, I'm very comfortable flying with it already. This little Subaru engine, and it's got a geared propeller on it to slow the prop down, and it's a cog belt that's on the gearing, but to slow the prop down. But it works really well. It's very smooth. The engine, it runs really smooth. It produces good power. I'm amazed at, again, the torque, how torquey the little engine is as it's pulling up. It does a good job. It's supposed to be rated at 118 horsepower, but it's very docile on the ground. And again, it gets, with just me on board, I've seen it just over 1,000 feet per minute rate of climb whenever I pull up. I don't know what it's showing on the dials here, but it's going to cruise somewhere in the 80 to 85 mile per hour range where the props sit right now. But I'm going to probably keep this for a while, play with it, get all the bugs and the kinks worked out of it. The little airplane had been sitting since 2018. The guy bought it, last March. A new guy that was just trying to get into backcountry flying bought it. And on his first takeoff with it, he had just gotten his tailwheel endorsement. He got it off the ground. Something scared him. He popped the power and dropped it in, and that's when he wiped out the gear completely and damaged it. And it'd been sitting since then, but it had not been flying any at all before he got it since 2018. And he was kind of a new guy that he shouldn't have been trying to start his backcountry flying in something new that needed to be worked through. It's got a few other issues that, because of the time it'd been just sitting around, that it needs going to need to be addressed. But no big deal. But I'm going to keep it flying for a while. I believe this one's going to be called the Swamp Bat, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. If you do, make sure to like and subscribe. Take care.